even record a second time because I think I do have a bit more time, so I'm gonna just go ahead with these and kind of like. Okay, so now I need to design a toolbox. So that's when it's gonna get interesting, right? So I want to have a toolbox. I want to have a toolbox that essentially allows me to drag and drop different boxes with from different types, right? So let's see, how do we even start with this? So hey, I'd like to have a sort of toolbox painted. I would say on the left side of the lanes of the lines. This toolbox will contain squares of different colors that I can drag and drop into the lines, as we can do now with our black square. Let's see. Yeah, that's actually interesting. It recommends me to use a toolbox to use here. The truth is, this is all a canvas. Is it? Yeah, that's all in the canvas, because of course it makes more sense, right? Wouldn't it, like, because here it's suggesting me to do this with the HTML. But to be able to drag these elements inside the canvas. So isn't it better if it's all painted inside? Yeah. So it's just a draw a function, each color just need to square the canvas. Yeah, so it's actually, you would need to create a separate draw function for each color. And you could then bind the mouse down event to each of the squares, so that when the user clicks on a particular color, the corresponding color square starts following the mouse pointer. It's called within the same draw function. Like additional features like keeping the color squares in a single row. Can you give me code for that? I wonder what makes the model sometimes give you a code and you know. Bind mouse down. Okay, interesting. That's it seems they fixed the, no, they haven't. But okay, let's see. So that stuff is interesting. So we'll start with so here we have the lines. Let me just put that like in here. So we've got what we've got the colors. What is this doing? Let's see. That's painting all these different color squares here. Okay, now we'll put them in a better place. So bind mouse down, add event listener. Okay, so basically it's calculating the color based off of the position of the mouse, which I wonder how Quirk does it. Like, is it really also like this? I guess so, right? Because at the end of the day, it's just painted, so you need to track the mouse. I wonder how at the lowest level this works here. But yeah, I mean, it's because it looks quite interactive and object oriented, right? But then at the end of the day, this is just painted, so you definitely need some kind of mouse tracking functionality here, I guess. Draw the square, track element. Okay, so but how does this now change? Add event listener, mouse move. So now yeah, so essentially I guess that is what it's gonna, then it's the same code as below, but then so what is new here now? So we have bind mouse down. Okay, so drag element is now the color. Before drag element was 1. Just the word square. I guess we can merge this thing. We can merge these. Can you merge bind mouse down and mouse down? Can you they seem to be the same. Can you merge the code for mouse down and the mouse down functions? Because I think that is, you don't need to give me everything. This is all I want. Now it's doing the canvas like that. So, but that's all I want, I guess, right? So this can go away. And so the mouse down function. So essentially, why didn't it copy the whole thing? That's interesting. I want these. So I want to basically, it calculates the, so it calculates the mouse X and Y the same way that we used to call it drag start X and then axis comparison, it assigns the offset, okay, whatever, it just could be mouse X, mouse Y, and then drag element is color, but color is, where is color specified in here? I didn't do a great job, to be honest. It didn't do a great job, because color is, okay. Actually, okay, see, I get it. So essentially, it's supposed to be replaced like that. So yeah, that is quite messy, because now I have two different, it's not standard the way that I'm binding the listeners, but whatever. So okay, so just because the bind mouse is called in here, as you paint the stuff, then you bind a mouse on event to the specific thing, so then it works with the same, but then drag element is color. And so I guess that doesn't work though, but that's because the other functions don't use drag element, correct? Exactly, because this is drag element is square. I like kind of how the original code at least had this drag element concept in it, even though we just had one square, so it was kind of prepared for this. So, and I guess because if it doesn't give me all the time all the functions, then I need to probably color, draw square. So draw square now has color, and the drag element is the color. So I guess everything we need to do is the we need to use the draw square function, basically. Can we adapt, so draw square function, can we adapt, oops, what I've done, is that, what have I done? No, that's correct now. So we need to basically draw square, so we need to adapt so do we need to adapt mouse down? No, mouse down is mouse down. So now we need to rewrite mouse move. can you rewrite mouse move so that it uses the new draw square function? So what's it gonna do now? Yeah, but it's, oh, come on. Let's rewrite the whole thing so it's gonna stop. Can you give me the code for mouse move only? That actually definitely bothers this limit in characters. Track start. Okay, so what is it doing? Because it's definitely not considering all the... Is that really needed at all? Snap to a line. I think that code was not... Okay, so check if the square is over a line. Was that really needed at all? Because I wanted to clip it. Check if the mouse is close enough to snap to the line, move the square to the line. I think that was definitely useless because that was not working. So it's either being smart enough to ignore these, but essentially what it's doing is if drag start, then calculate the position. So there's no if drag element square. That's actually very well done. And then it's clear rect. That's wrong, obviously. So that is definitely, some of these elements are wrong. So, but it's okay. So if drag start, that makes sense, right? Then you definitely clear it like these. So you definitely clear it like these. Clear position, right? What's more, that's the first thing you do actually. You clear the position, then you recalculate position. Then oh, wait a second, it's clearing the whole canvas. And then it draws the line, it draws the square. The lines again. Oh. That actually might be smart. Let's try. Huh. That is even smarter than the original code, I think. So let's just do the whole thing. So let's go and do the whole thing. So let's trust the AI. That's a very simple code. Doesn't work at all. Okay, yeah, but I mean, if I comment that so it doesn't clear anything, it doesn't even work at all either. Mouse move, add event listener, mouse move, mouse up, mouse down. Well, this mouse down doesn't need to be there now because it's bound here. Oh, there you go. Okay, so we're back at what we were. So it picks the right color, but it doesn't clear the thing properly. Of course, because I've commented this out. Yeah, cool. Okay, yeah, but it it removes the, yeah. So I guess Cool. I guess we need a function called repaint or something like that that clears the whole thing and paints everything. So can you give me the code for a function that clears the entire canvas and repaints the lines, the toolbox, and the boxes. So clear canvas, yeah. So of course it's got to do everything, got to bind the colors, it's got to kind of and redraw the boxes. I'm not so sure that works well. But we're going into the right direction. I guess. This is a function called clear canvas. It clears the canvas, it draws the lines, it redraws the toolbox, which kind of binds down everything again. And then it... okay, so in here's where I definitely need to start. I think for this to work, I definitely need to start tracking those squares as objects somewhere, because I essentially need to be able to know where I dropped certain box and what position certain box is. And I think that's going to be, yeah, that's going to be what's needed, because otherwise I cannot just redraw the canvas every time, which it probably boils down to what's happening here, right? So you have a circuit just being repainted all the time, every time I do something like this. And okay, cool. So yeah, good progress. There's a clear canvas stuff. Yeah, good progress. I think it's going the right way. Cool. See you next time.